Well, howdy folks, you are on the Seek on the Speed 252 show. Scroll over to the right and click that subscribe button. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the episode of Seek on the Speed 252, baby. And I want to thank each and every one of you for pushing that play button. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. If you haven't had the opportunity yet to go to my website, check out my awesome key tags, my awesome lanyards, please do. Is at www.seekonthespeed252. I would love your support on the channel. And once again, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I hope your week was going absolutely amazing. And you know, whatever it's doing is bringing smiles on your face, keep doing it. So today's video, it's a simple one. You guys keep asking me, why do I have New Jersey license plates on my car? A lot of you keep saying like, man, dang, are you from New Jersey? I am actually not from New Jersey. I am from North Carolina, but I'm going to explain to you guys why I have New Jersey license plates. I know one of those things where lots of people around the world drive around with different license plates in their cars all the time. I'm going to explain to you why I have New Jersey license plates in this video right now. And that's thanks to Kerbeck. I'm going to give you a huge shout out to Kerbeck, my friend Imani, my friend Dave, my friend Sam, the general manager. Those guys are the reason why I got this 2020 C8 Mid Engine Corvette in the first place. Now, if you're looking for one, give those boys a call. I'm telling you right now, they will be great for you. Those guys, I mean, telling you right now, they answered all my questions. They handled the process very easy. I'm not gonna lie. They're the reason why I own a C7 Corvette right now in the first place. I actually ended up buying my C7 Corvette from them too. Dave, why you guys keep taking all my money? Anyways, at the end of the day, that is the reason why I own the 2020 C8 Mid Engine Corvette along with the 2017 Grand Sport that I have at home. And you guys been asking me, how has Kerbeck treated me and great things like that. And let me tell you guys, Kerbeck has been phenomenal with me purchasing both of these cars from them. I mean, we go back to 2017 when I literally was getting ripped off by other dealerships around the country about buying a C7 Corvette. I mean, literally getting ripped off. I might have told some of you guys this. I don't know if some of you guys may not know this, depending on if you're new to my channel or not. If you haven't subscribed yet, definitely please do join the community today. I went out to a couple of dealerships, test drove C7s. I test drove a Z06, a Grand Sport, all in the same day. And they both felt pretty good to me. They both felt similar in horsepower. Granted, I knew the Z06 had 650 horsepower. The Grand Sport only had 465 horsepower, 460 horsepower, I'm sorry. And the reason why they both felt the same because neither one of them was broken in yet. But when I go into the dealership and say, hey man, I'm interested in, getting a C7 Corvette for my YouTube channel, and I'm interested in that one and that one. Can you give me some prices on what this may cost me? So we go into the dealership. This is regarding my C7, not Kerbeck, by the way, another dealership. And after test driving these cars, he says, hey man, like the Grand Sport will cost you $85,000, the Z06 will cost you $95,000. I'm thinking like, I can probably swing that, but I really wasn't putting that in my budget just yet. Like I was one of those things where like, I could probably make it happen, but I would need to like really go back to my budget, redo a lot of things, figure some things out. And I didn't really want to go do all that at the moment. I had a budget, I had a price in mind, and that's what I was gonna stick with. And so it was one of those things where I went back home, I thought about it, I went to my neighbor's house. I go knock on my neighbor's door because we talk Corvette all the time. And he pulls up his garage door and literally, I see a Z06 in there. And it was Laguna Blue, by the way, Laguna Blue convertible Z06. And he had everything, carbon fiber, whatever the case may be, everything was loaded in that Z06. And I said, hey man, I feel like I was getting ripped off by the dealership. What are your thoughts on this? And he said, honestly, man, they were ripping me off too. I didn't even buy my car from them. I bought it from someone else. And we're sitting here talking. I said, well, you don't mind me asking, how much did your Z06 cost you? He said $115,000. I was like, goodness gracious. That was back in 2015 when the Z06s first came out for the C7. Now I can respect that. At that time, the Z06 was the first generation thing for the C7 in 2015, so he paid a pretty decent penny for that. But at this point, this was 2017, 2 years later. I wasn't trying to pay $110,000, let alone $95,000. So, we had this conversation. I said, I really do want to own a Corvette. I want this to be something that I really hold on to, cherish for a long period of time. I want to drive something that's great, phenomenal. What's your thoughts? And he said, hey man, how about you call Kerbeck? I don't know those guys. I never dealt with them, but I heard great things about them. Give them a call. So I call him up and I said, hey, Kerbeck, my name is Clarence. I'm interested in purchasing a 2017 brand new, Corvette. I really would like a Z06, but what can you do for me? And You know, Amani picked up the phone and had great conversation right away. Treated me with respect, handled the conversation really good, like everything. And I told him, I said, sir, I don't need to test drive the C7 Corvette. I already had opportunity to test drive one. I just would like to know what you guys' prices are, kind of figure out some things for me, so that way I can go ahead and make a decision on this car, whether I decide to buy it from you guys, whether I decide to buy it from someone else. And that's totally, oh man, you hear that bad boy? Yeah, that's that 2020. Yeah, that's that 2020. Anyways, so I'm talking to Amani on the phone. I said, hey man, I'm really serious about purchasing this car, but I feel like I got ripped off at another dealership. Went to another dealership. I feel like they ripped me off. And what's your thoughts on this? And he said, honest man, he apologized and was like, you know, I can do something for you. He said, this is on the truth. He said, we got Z06s, we got Grand Sports, we got Stingrays. I can sell you any one you want. Let me get some prices and stuff together for you and we can figure it out. But I can tell you right now, we don't have any specials going on in Z06. And I was like, oh man, I really kind of wanted that 650 horsepower. You know, I never really had a car that had 650 horsepower. I always been driving cars that had 300 maybe 200. I mean, I had a V6 Camaro at one point that had about 300 horsepower. It was all right. It was a V6. I loved it, but it wasn't 650 horsepower. So Amani goes to the back and I said, you know, what can you do for me? He sent me a picture of a couple of Grand Sports and he sent me a black on black Grand Sport. I liked it, pretty clean. And I said, hey man, you got any blue with chrome wheels? And he said, I got one in stock. And I was like, you know, I'm kind of an old fashioned type of guy. I like the chrome a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I like chrome just a little bit. See, let me go ahead and see some pictures of it. He sends me a picture of a blue C7 Corvette with chrome wheels with Kalahari interior. And I looked at that picture and was like, I think that's it. I think that's it. But we still haven't discussed the price yet. And so I'm sitting here thinking like, man, I really want that blue. I done got myself in a position where I don't even know the price yet, and I really want this car really badly. I mean, you guys, you don't understand how bad I wanted that C7 Corvette. I had already test driven a few of them. My mind was already set. So at this point, you know, Imani has gone and talked to his financial advisor in the back, and he, you know, tells me, you know, we got this YouTuber on the phone. At the time, I really didn't have a YouTube channel. I kind of, you know, really haven't even had a YouTube channel. I had my name in order. I had what I wanted to do, what I wanted to talk about, the car and the brand and all that great stuff, but I haven't had a YouTube channel at that point. So he goes to the back, comes back to me and said, Clarence, what we'll do for you is, with this C7 Corvette, brand new 2019, 0 miles, we can give it to you for $60,000 out of the door. And you guys, think about this. I went to a dealership nearby that was going to charge me $85,000 for a Corvette Grand Sport, brand new 2019. I make a phone call to a stranger, complete stranger at Kerbeck, didn't even know him. I knew the people at the other dealership. I knew them. I didn't know Imani. I knew the other people. And Imani made me one of the best deals over the phone that I can ever imagine. Was the $60,000 in my price range? Absolutely. My price range was just, it was a little bit higher than 60, but it was definitely less, a lot less than 85,000, including 95,000. And you know, one of the things where I didn't want to be like car poor, which where like, yeah, probably could have got into the $95,000 Z06 and probably would have made it work, but I don't want to make it work. I wanted it to work for me. This is me trying to afford something that's you know, GM built to be affordable, attainable, and I wanted to make it happen, but not at the same time where I'm eating ketchup and mustard sandwiches all the time. Like I had that as a kid. I'm telling you right now, it's not the best thing to do. I'm going to make a book at some point, you guys. I'm going to write a book explaining my life from the day I was born up to this point, how I got from here, how I got from A to I would say probably F. Not Z yet, because I got a lot of life, a lot of things I want to do and share with you guys along the road. So I want to share that journey by writing a book, hopefully writing a small video and kind of, you know, producing that to help you guys understand where I started from, where I came from, and hopefully be able to help you guys along your journey as well. No matter how old you are, how young you are, whatever the case may be, I hope I can reach one person, if not all of you. But one of those things where Imani came back with a price of $60,000, and I was just like mind blown. I'm about to buy a brand new Corvette for 60 grand, and I made that deal over the phone in 2 minutes when I had to drove over to another dealership, and I was in person, and they gave me the worst deal ever. And it was one of those things, it bothers me, because when you call dealership these days asking to get prices over the phone, they really tell you, oh, we can't really do that for you. You got to come inside the store. then we can kind of talk about finances. We don't know your credit score, none of that stuff. Right, I know you don't know that stuff. I didn't even fill out a financial report with Amani or Kerbeck at the time. I literally called them, made this deal over the phone. Amani didn't even know if I was black, if I was white, Hispanic, whatever the case may be. He didn't know. He didn't care. He didn't know whether I was dressed. All he said was, we'll make this deal for you. We'll get you in the car. We'll get you in the payment that you want to be at. And that was it. When I came over to this dealership, they wanted to see everything before I had the opportunity to actually drive the car, which is fine. I guess I respect it. But they came out and gave me $85,000. Now, it was one of those things where I gave a lot of respect to, Kerbeck, because Kerbeck looked out for me when he came down to purchase my C7 Corvette. And from that reason, they earned my business ever since. Now, I have a lot of friends who sell, Corvettes and things like that, but it's not about that. It's about who treats you well, right? It's about your experience. I'm sure you guys probably have tons of experiences where you go into a dealership, whether you was buying a Corvette, a Lamborghini, a Honda Civic, a Prius, what the case may be, and you had good and bad experiences, and whatever those experiences you had left an imprint on you with that dealership. And for me, the reason why I think Kerbeck is a dealership for me is because they treat me with respect over the phone. That was important. It was really important. I literally walked into a dealership asking to buy a 2017 Corvette, and it was a big deal. I don't know why it was a big deal to them, but it was a big deal, and they just didn't handle it properly. And I called another dealership who's completely out of my state, 8 hours away, and says, hey, we got a deal for you, $60,000. And I was like, wow, this is pretty good. And so I went for it. And there's a lot more to that story than what I'm telling you, but at the end of the day, 2020 C8 Corvette, and I bought it from Kerbeck, and I'm telling you right now, those guys was great. I greatly appreciate everything they have done for me. Those guys are the reason why I have this car right now, and I really thank Dave, I really thank Amani, I really thank Sam, and the general manager of Kerbeck so much for having me at the dealership, doing everything I need to do to get this car in my hands, and I'm really grateful for them. Those guys are a blessing to me. They're my friends. I have a lot of respect for them, and they treated me with respect, and they treated me like a human being. And I'm telling you right now, you guys, if you're interested in the Corvette going forward, you should look at Kerbeck. I'm telling you right now, they will take care of you and treat you well. Now, I will admit, I didn't get an awesome deal on my C8 like I did my C7. I respect that because this is a new generation car. I pay MSRP. At the time when I bought my C7 Corvette Grand Sport, time has gone by. That car, I think that was the first year that the Corvette Grand Sports that came out in 2017. But the C7 Corvette body style been out since 2014. So I got a heck of a deal. Love the car. As you guys know, it's still in my garage right now. I really respect it, really love driving it, and it is what it is. So shout out to Kerbeck. You guys, I want to make this video of y'all because you guys were very respectful, helpful, kind, and I really greatly appreciate it. And that was the experience I had with Kerbeck. So if you guys are interested in the Corvette, head over to Kerbeck. I'm telling you right now, the guys are great. And if you're watching this video, you haven't subscribed yet, I greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to this YouTube channel because I would love to have you on board. I would love for you to grow with us and become one of the best Corvette YouTube channels in the world. That sounds about right. But anyway, thank you guys for pushing that play button. Thank you for joining Clarence. And once again, I catch another episode of Seek on the Speed 252. I'm out.